Hello, lords and ladies of YouTube, and welcome back to Nightly Gaming's Nightly Gaming and another episode of Hearthstone. So today, I want to talk about a deck I built called Zoo Hunter. So it sounds like a bit of a strange concept, I know, but what it is it's just simply flooding the board with small minions with the Hunter and continuing to win from there. If anything, if nothing else, it's to keep them busy while your hero power just wrecks their face. But let me go over the deck list, and I will leave a little annotation for you guys to be able to skip to the gameplay if you don't want to listen to it. But here's my explanation for the deck. So I have two Hunter's Marks in the deck because I don't have a lot of big minions, and there's a good chance of them having big minions, and I don't have a lot of super good ways of getting rid of them. So I use the Hunter's Mark to be able to trade a small minion into them and just be done with it. I also have two web spinners because it does give me a random beast in my hand. It's a cheap minion that I can throw out. That gives me the potential for a lot of fun things later on. Not to mention it has the potential to pad out some of my kind of middle to late game that I don't have a lot for. So that's nice. I have one Glaive Zuka because it's a pretty good stat efficient item. 2, and then I also get a +1 on a random minion. That's nice. It's just a nice thing to have. I almost always have minions on the field, so it should be always useful. I could have put 2 in, but there was just other things I put as a higher priority. I also have 2 bear traps, because it has a lot of a mind game factor to them where they aren't sure what it is. Is it an explosive trap? Is it a freezing trap? They're really not sure. So it can change how they play, which is always nice. But it also can summon a 3/3 taunt for me. That also happens to be a beast, and this deck does have a decent amount of beast synergies, which makes it just really useful. I have one dart trap. Once again, the mind game factor, but also the 5 random damage can be very helpful in a lot of situations. Once again, I could have put 2 of them in here, but I decided to only do 1 because there's other things I valued more. For example, I might have either switched out one of the Glaive Zuka or the one Dart Trap, or even maybe the Flare for a second Snake Trap, but I didn't own a second Snake Trap. But moving on. Explosive Trap. Explosive Trap is good board clear. It can be really irritating to them. Does damage to their face, which is nice. If I'm against another any kind of zoo type deck, or one where it's maybe an aggro deck that has a lot of low health minions, Explosive Trap can save me. Really, really important against those kinds of decks. I do have one Flare, mostly because secrets are really irritating for this deck, especially since all of my minions are fairly easy to kill. I don't want to risk, like if I'm against another Hunter and they play a trap, I don't want to risk it being Explosive Trap. If you go against a Paladin and it's being a Secret Paladin, this can completely ruin their deck, so that's always nice. I do have 2 freezing traps because I can get things put into their hand costing 2 more, making it to where I don't have to deal with them for a little while, and sometimes not at all. If it's like a really big, expensive minion, I can just send it back in their hand, and basically it's just taking a spot up in their hand, just because they can't summon it, because you can't have more than 10 mana, so that's nice. 2 quick shots, 3 damage for 2 cost, and the potential to draw a card. I don't have a lot of card draw in this deck, so this is important for me to be able to use this effectively. I have a lot of cheap cards, which I can throw out, so there's a good chance of my hand being empty, plus that 3 damage targeted is very, very nice. I can usually use it to finish off a bigger minion, or I can even use it to finish face if they have that last little bit of health that I couldn't get to. I do have 1 Snake Trap. Like I said, I probably would like to have 2, but I only have 1. What's nice about Snake Trap is it will just fill my board with 3 1/1 snakes. Yes, not the best stats, but it can be a sudden swing. It's a lot of minions summoned at once. Not big minions, but a lot of minions that I can then use as beast synergies, and also just cause some mayhem on the board. I also have 2 Haunted Creepers. Sticky minion doesn't want to die. You kill it, it summons 2 1/1s. So once again, really irritating. Not to mention, it's a beast. The little spectral spiders that are summoned aren't beasts, which kind of sucks, but it itself is a beast, so that makes it really good. I have 2 Knife Jugglers in this deck because when you're summoning lots and lots of minions, Knife Juggler becomes very, very irritating very, very quickly. Plus, it's, pretty good stats, 2 for 3-2, so Knife Juggler is just a great one in this deck. I also have 2 Animal Companions because the minions that it summons are just too good. Also Beast for Beast synergies. Again, it gets me something that's a little more substantial on the board than just a bunch of 1/1s and things like that. I have 2 Kill Commands. Good spell overall. At worst case, it's a 3 damage for 3. At best case, it's a 5 damage for 3. Which I have lots of beasts in this deck, so it's very likely to be a 5 damage for 3, which makes it pretty useful in this deck overall. I also have 2 Unleash the Hounds. Once again, bunch of 1/1s with charge that are also beasts. Now with that one, it's more dependent on how many cards they have on the field, but I don't have a ton of clear. Plus, it's really effective against other Zulok style decks. But it's just a pretty straightforward thing. Goes well with Knife Juggler. I also have 2 Desert Camels. Now, this one is a little debatable. I do like them, and I think it's a good choice in this deck, but I could be wrong there. It's not exactly the most stat efficient, being a 2/4 for 3, and it summons a 1-cost minion from each deck into the battlefield. With that said, the only 1-cost minions I have in my deck are the Web Spinners. So, maybe not worth, but it's not likely that they'll have a ton of 1-cost either. And I have the potential for some 1-cost, which makes it more worth in my opinion. Not to mention it's another beast for synergies, potentially. I also have 1 Ram Wrangler. 3 for 5 isn't stat efficient, but if I have a beast, it summons a random beast that can be very stat efficient depending on what it summons for me. But even pretty much whatever it summons for me, it's at least about breaking even in terms of stat efficiency. Plus, it gives me an extra minion on the board, so that's nice. And then I have 1 Savannah Highmane in there, just to have something a little bit bigger, more intimidating in there. That, not to mention, I have the Death Rattle summon 2 Hyenas, so that's also nice. Once again, summoning more minions, beasts for beast synergy, all that good stuff. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and hop into a game and see how it plays. So, yeah. Okay, Paladin. Let's see how this goes. Problem with Paladin is they have a decent amount of substantial board clear with like Consecrate and things like that, so that's going to be irritating. I don't want the Savannah Highmane. I keep definitely keeping the Web Spinner. Do I keep the Dart Trap and Unleash the Hounds though? I don't keep Unleash the Hounds, I don't think. Well, no, I'm gonna keep Unleash the Hounds. I'm gonna put away Dart Trap. Dart Trap I want to save for kind of later in the game when he has a few bigger things. I like the Desert Camel early on. That means I can get my other Web Spinner, which will be nice. Unleash the Hounds I kept in case he has oh, that's right. They still have that. They still have that opening. Okay, so let's see here. So I'll just start out Web Spinner. And the next turn I'll Haunted Creeper, then Desert Camel, and then Coin Ram Wrangler. I think that's my best option. So I'll throw that out. I will attack that because I don't want him buffing it up. It's more useful to him than it is to me. The Beast is not the ideal card for me to get, but it's not the end of the world either. I mean, it's still a pretty good card. It's just that 3/3 for them is less than ideal. Okay. Question becomes, do I Hunter's Mark and kill it so he doesn't get those extra draws? I usually like to save this for bigger cards, but I really don't want him getting all those extra draws. Forget it. I'll Hunter's Mark. Next turn, I'm going to Ram Wrangler. So this is actually going pretty good overall so far. Better start than I was actually kind of expecting. But we shall see if it continues. Okay, so let's see. I gotta deal with the Yeti. Kinda, I mean, I can kill that with just the kill command. Potentially. I would really like to coin Ram Wrangler, but I can't let him have that on the board. So, I will just kill command it and then go face. No point in me using the coin yet. What I could do is coin the beast next turn. Or I could just play Ram Wrangler. I could also technically Animal Companion Hero Power. No point in me using Unleash the Hounds when there's just a few people. Ah! Muster for Battle. That's why I kept Unleash the Hounds, was in case he did a Muster for Battle. So, since he did that, I might just go with Unleash the Hounds. Knife Juggler. Unleash the Hounds. And that's going to clear out most of his board. Okay, I cleared out half of his board. Maybe not most of his board, but I cleared out half of his board. So then, go ahead, kill that, and that gives me 6. Kill that one. And we'll just go face with the remaining. And then next turn, if he decides to play something that I can kill the Haunted Creeper with, or he kills the Haunted Creeper, then I can attack with the Haunted Creeper and get both of the Spectral Spiders. Okay. Hey there, Murloc Knight. That's not ideal. But it's also not the worst, because I can just do that. Let's see if that kills it. No, of course, I'm not lucky enough to have that happen. Then we'll Ram Wrangler, which summons Toad for me. And we'll summon a chicken. Please hit that Cold Light Oracle. Yes! Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, no, this is going really well, actually. I mean, I'm just dealing with everything he's throwing out. He's not getting to do anything, and I have a bunch of stuff on the board, and he has nothing to deal with me, apparently. Boom! Made him surrender. Okay, so yeah, no, that actually went really well. So I'm actually really happy with how that went. Once you get that Knife Juggler, you're able to do so many things with it. Alright, and this time we're up against another Hunter. So we'll see how this goes. If it's a Phase Hunter, we might have some difficulties. But if it's a Beast Hunter, we might be a little bit more okay. See, the Hunter's Mark is awkward here, because if it's a Phase Hunter, I don't care about the Hunter's Mark. If it's a Beast Hunter, I want that Hunter's Mark. The Freezing Traps I'll probably go ahead and keep. And keeping the Web Splitter, the only... No, I should be fine without the Hunter's Mark, I think. I hope. All we can do is hope. Well, if it is a Phase Hunter, they got a bad start. They didn't have a turn 1. Which would be really unfortunate for them. On the other hand, if it's a Beast Hunter, then they don't really care. Okay, that's a tad bit annoying. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and coin. Desert Camel. And they did get a Leper Gnome. Let's go ahead and take out the Leper Gnome before they get to do anything else with it. There's a Blade Bazooka, which is mildly irritating. Let's see, you gonna go face? Yep, okay, this is almost definitely a face. No. He's clearing. What is going on here? Strange things are happening. See, Leok would normally be really nice when I have a bunch of things on the board, but I was kind of hoping for, oh, what's its name? The 4/4 with taunt. I feel stupid, I can't remember it. Let's see, do I want to send that back into his hand and make it be a 5-drop? Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to throw the Ironbeak Owl out and silence it? And then make him attack it so I get all of my snake traps. I guess we'll silence it in case he gets a charge. He does get that extra damage, I guess. Plus, there's a good chance of me getting my snake traps if he decides to attack. He's not doing a traditional face hunter. So I'm becoming very confused. I'd normally have liked to save my snake trap for if I had a knife juggler or something, but I have no guarantee that I'm going to be getting my knife juggler. So that's one of the problems I have. What is he getting? So he gets a random 3 cost, right? Yeah, 3 cost. So what did he get off of it? I don't know. I guess we will find out here in a little bit. Assuming that he plays it. It doesn't look like he's going to play it this turn. I think it's that card over there. But I guess I don't actually know. See, now he's inserting, because now he thought that was an explosive trap. So like I said, it changes the way he plays. Okay. So let's see. How do we want to play this? Don't really want any of those to be... Okay, so let's... kill Leok. And then... And then do we put down the freezing trap? If we put down the freezing trap, let's see what happens. So if he attacks Jeweled Scarab, he gets an extra card. If he attacks with Razorfin Hunter, he gets an extra card. If he attacks with the boar, then he gets an expensive boar in his hand. Now let's go ahead and... I don't normally like to do this unless my hand's empty, but I'm just going to because I don't want him to be able to get... That's frustrating. But that should give me field advantage after he uses one of those to clear out my owl. Which will then summon my snakes, and then I'll have the definite field advantage. So that's good. Is he doing like a battle cry hunter or something? This is very strange. Okay, so we'll use a bunch of my hand. That's the explosive trap, yeah? Yeah, okay. Kind of figured. I'm going to save on to my charges just to make sure that I can use it to eliminate minions or something. He summons, no point in wasting the 2 damage on face. I'm not a face hunter, so it's not like it's the end of the world for me to... Has +4 attack while your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand. Yeah, that's not going to happen. And I'm okay with that, eliminating that instead of face. I'm okay. kind of nice if I could get something else. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do 2 damage to his face now. Because I need to keep up some kind of momentum. I can't just do nothing. Well, that's kind of what I did. I only used my hero power. That's all I was able to play last turn. Doesn't seem like he has many options either, though. So I guess that's good for us. I don't really want to summon the Knife Juggler unless I have some way of backing it up. But then again, maybe I should have played him just because I need that momentum. And I have the freezing traps to delay his momentum. Yeah, at this point we're just hero powering each other to death. Okay. This is getting kind of ridiculous. The thing is assuming that he doesn't have any spells in his hand that can do damage, I'm technically winning the trade because I have the extra 2 damage from my... Oh. Hello. Ooh. So, here's the question. Do I wait for him to attack into face with that? Or do I... Okay. So here's the question. Do I do Knife Juggler, Hunter's Mark, summon the Savannah? Or do I just summon the Savannah and kill command it? I think I just kill it outright. I can't, yeah, I can't take the extra risk of doing 6 damage to face. And I can kill one of the hyenas. Alright, let's see if that totally screwed me over or not. I hope not. So. Ew, great. Oh, sweet! He got a parrot! That's good for me. Him getting just a parrot off of Ram Wrangler is great for me. So then that's going to go back to his hand. And be pretty expensive, but he's probably just going to play it next turn anyways. So it doesn't really matter. Let's see what... Depending on what I draw, this could be... Okay, so we're going to... Knife Juggler. Screw it, we're going to Hunter's Mark that and hope that it gets hit by knife. Nope, okay, the parrot got hit by the knife. We'll go ahead and put down the freezing trap, and I'm just going to go face instead of eliminating that with the Savannah Highmane. Because at this point, I think we're just in a rush to hit face. But he has way more cards than me, so that's really kind of bad for me. I'm still trying to figure out what his deck is. I mean, his deck is like a weird combination of Face Hunter and Beast Hunter without really a focus on either of them. And there's Reno Jackson. Oh my God, why? Why Reno Jackson? That is not what we wanted to see. Okay. Alright, let's Ram Wrangler, see what we get. Hero power. Ooh, we got a My X now. That's actually pretty good for us. I was really hoping one of those would have hit the Dread Scale. Okay, well, let's do this, and then we'll see if either one hits the Dread Scale. And yes, and now we can kill him with this. And we can get 2 more charges off from the little spiders, and then hit his face. And okay, so see, we already done 10 damage to his face, just this turn alone. So that's good. Now I have my X-Na as backup also in case he summons anything really big. So that's good. He had an explosive trap, though. That would really suck. I'd clear out almost my entire board. But we will see. We will see. And there's a knife juggler, and he's gonna... Yeah, he's unleashing the hounds. Of course he is. That is so not good. And there goes my knife juggler. I mean, he's gonna kill my knife juggler anyways, but... It's unfortunate. He's just going to go face with that, and then he's going to probably kill me next turn. I don't think I have any way of stopping him. Oh, he's going to kill me this turn. Ah! Man, I would have won without that Reno Jax, if you didn't have that Reno Jackson. Reno Jackson... See, normally heals aren't a big deal in this game, but when it's that massive of a heal, it can be. I didn't have any of my Hunter Burst cards in my hand, so I couldn't burst him down or anything like that, so that kind of sucked. But, you know, whatever. Well, overall, though, I mean, 1 win, 1 loss, that's not too bad. And this deck definitely has potential that I can see in it. But let me know what you guys think I could do to improve the deck, or if the deck's just garbage. Let me know that in the comment section down below. Also, let me know if you have any ideas for decks that you want me to try out. I'm always more than willing to give them a shot. Otherwise, if you guys liked the video, don't forget to click that like button. It's really appreciated. If you want to check out more of my videos, I do Hearthstone every Tuesday and Wednesday. Then you can check that out on the channel. And if you want to be notified whenever I do new videos, including Hearthstone videos, you can always consider clicking that nice red subscribe button and being notified whenever I put out new videos. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.